and Glamour here at Rose Hill Racecourse. And the next race, the Mercedes Classic over 2,400 metres, $1 million up for grabs, Ken.
Yeah, and everyone wants Tie the Knot. He's $1.50 on the tote. Rebel is at $16, Streak at $28, Edward Bray at $40, $4.90 Arena. I think he's got a genuine chance of bowling him over today. Like, horses don't go forever as much as I love Tie the Knot. Mighty Padrille at $38. Showella at $6.40, $8.40, I'm sorry. Cloth of Gold at $13. He's not completely hopeless either. He's not quite the top group of 3-year-old.
Well, the horses are parading for this Group 1 event, the Mercedes Classic, and number 1 is the one everyone is all over. Tie the Knot. He looks the one to beat, Kenny.
Yeah, he's a champion. That's the only word you can use to describe him. He's won 9 Group 1 races. He's answered every call that people have put to him. And in the Ranford Stakes, when he got the opening, he just went bang, and he's chalked up another Group 1 success just a fortnight ago. He's a hell of a horse.
Number 2 is Rebel, who last start finished 2.8 lengths behind Tie the Knot in the Ranvet at Group 1 level.
Yeah, he's got a bit of improving to do to beat Tie the Knot on that run. Good, solid New Zealander. He's over here for the Carnival, and he'll take home some prize money, but whether he can win, that's another thing. Darren Beedman rides Rebel.
Well, the horse that has improved this preparation to get to Weight for Age Company is a horse called Streak. Now, I don't put him in Tie the Knot's category, but he's definitely improved.
Yeah, he's got that touch, a bit of a dash about him too, hasn't he? He can accelerate. But I just don't think he did enough in the Ranvet to make us want to back him. He finished second last of the 8 runners in that.
Number 4 is Edward Bray. Deborah Walters at Kembla Grange, the trainer.
Yeah, nice horse, but he's outclassed here. He needs a wet track and handicap company. He won't be sided.
The horse Ken was talking about earlier, if there's going to be an upset, it's Arena Could Cause It, number 5 from the John Hawkes stable. Yeah,
I thought he might have gone a little early the other day. I thought his run was very good, Arena. He's no Tie the Knot, but he's a very good horse. He's won $2 million in prize money. He's a Victoria Derby winner. He's no slouch, and as a 4-year-old, I think he's just really coming into his own.
His coach right out. Simon Marshall's out there in the mounting yard. Simon, you impressed the way Arena looks?
Yeah, look, Simon, he just continues to improve in the mounting yard. Presented very well indeed. And he's right on song. Geez, I love the way he used to turn a foot there last start, Arena. He's right on song for this race today, and he's got the right distance too, being the 2,400 metres. Tie the Knot, he's as relaxed as always. He just takes things in his own steed, walking around the mounting yard. He's just beautiful. Absolutely looked like he's born here. Of course, he obviously trained very locally. Tie the Knot, he is the pick of the bunch. He's lovely and relaxed too. Just sweated up a little bit on the neck, but he's having a good look around with the crowd. He laps up the atmosphere. What you call very, very professional racehorse indeed. And from there, Showella, number 7. Gee, she presents very well. She's a classy conveyance, that's for sure. 4-year-old chestnut mare. She's nice and relaxed today too. Only a small field. Boys, this will be a battle of tactics.
Number 7, Showella, you see her there on screen. One of the horses a lot of the good judges give a chance to, Ken.
Yeah, she's a very good New Zealand stayer. Nice run in the Ranvet when she finished 3rd to Tie the Knot. She'll acquit herself well. The horse, the grey horse, we got a bit of a glimpse of, Mighty Padrille. We didn't need to see any more of him. You should be looking for him at a Canterbury midweek. The only other horse is that one there, Cloth of Gold, gelding by Barathea, a 3-year-old from the Bart Cummings stable. It was placed in the Canterbury Guineas and runs 7th in the Rose Hill Guineas, but he gets a bit of a weight allowance here, but he'll know he's racing against this company.
Well, it's pretty hard, I would think, to go against Tie the Knot. Kenny's still gone with Arena. He hasn't gone with the strength. Simon Marshall and I, we're still sticking together. I know he's the red-hot fave, but I just can't see Arena getting near him. Kenny, obviously you do.
Yeah, I've had a few bob on Arena, Simon, and I've saved on the Quinella. I got a bit cowardly at the finish, but I think you run a hell of a race.
Oh, well, who knows? Will it be Tie the Knot? Will it be Arena? Will it be one of the others? Will the Johns brothers win some money? Andrew Voss is here to tell us.
Well, let's be fair. Andrew Johns took the short odds last race, got there, and in fact, we started today in our punting challenge. Matthew Johns against Andrew Johns, $500 each, provided by the Sydney Turf Club. All winnings going to charity. Well, Andrew Johns has got his kitty up to $560 now, and again, you're going to take the short odds.
Yeah, I'll back Tie the Knot. I think I've had 300 on the nose, and I think we've got 560 left in the kitty, and that's only the start of it. If I haven't got it up by $5 grand at the end of the day, I'm not having a go.
Well, there you go. Andrew Johns, $300 on Tie the Knot. Matthew Johns getting a little more desperate. The senior of the two Johns brothers. What are you going to do with $100 this time?
Well, again, I'm going to show a little bit of ticker and go against the favourite. And I'm having $100 win on Showella. I think it's got a bit of class, and I think it's going to finish all over the top of Joey like a cheap suit.
Well, there you go. Take your pick. Showella, or Tie the Knot. We'll take a break on the wide world of sports. Our coverage of Slipper Day. Tie the Knot, the favourite. The second of our Group 1 races comes up after this break.
Wonderful vision of Rosehill Racecourse today from the Goodyear blimp. Plenty of great photography from up there. We've been to the Sydney Harbour Bridge and back, and lots of different angles of this wonderful racecourse they call Rosehill Gardens. Golden Slipper Day 2000. Well, the next is the Mercedes Classic, Group 1 level, $1 million up for grabs. Shane Dye is on the hot pot. Tie the knot. Here are his tactics.
Now, from the 2,400 metres today of the Mercedes Classic, barriers do not matter. The only thing you don't want to be is caught 3 wide. You want to be on the fence or 1 off, and I reckon every runner will be. There's not a lot of pace in this race today. I'm imagining Tie the Knot to be 3rd on the fence. I think Cloth of Gold might go forward today, the 3-year-old. He's got a bit of pace. Shoella probably won't want to lead like last start. Arena won't be far away, and Larry Cassidy will be trying to keep me in a pocket the whole race. I won't worry about that. I'll stay on the fence and won't even look to get off until about the half mile. I'll try and keep Tie the Knot relaxed. From the half mile, I'll start to ride a race. Before then, I will not worry. Now, I'll watch where Arena is and Shoella, and no doubt they'll be coming up and around and putting pressure on me and holding me in a pocket. I won't worry about that because I know Tie the Knot has got the best finish out of any horse in Australia. The only thing I've got to do is at the 400 metres get him into the clear, and that's what I've got to do. Arena will be charging, Shoella will be charging, but it's hard to imagine any other horses in this race that can. Rebel will be back a bit, maybe running on a little. If I'm in the clear at the furlong, 1 length or 2 lengths off them, I'll win. He's the best horse in the race, the best weight for age horse. He's a champion. Just watch him charge to the line.
Yeah, Shane Dye telling us how he's going to ride it, Tie the Knot. They're behind the barrier, says Simon Marshall.
Thank you very much, Kenny. Yeah, just watching Shoella walk in now. And she had a nice warm-up. She's just broken out in the neck. She's obviously ready and fit to go. We just got Streak playing up in the barriers as we speak, but he settled down beautifully. Tie the Knot was the first to walk in, and he was really relaxed about the caper. Didn't want to go in until he was ready, but he tends to do that because he's so professional. Arena's just walking forward now, and, well, very hard to predict him not running well. He looks super. Probably the pick behind the barriers. We've got one more to walk in. Kenny, back to you.
Yeah, just make sure your fella doesn't want to join them in the barrier. All righty, they're all in for the Mercedes Classic. $1 million in prize money. To call the action, Terry Bailey.
Tie the Knot, the favourite. Drawn gate 1. Attendant holds the bridle. Racing. Oh, Tie the Knot was away quickly. He's landed a length in front at the start. Mighty Padrille away quickly. Shoella and Streak one away from the fence going forward. And Arena striding up wide out on the track. Mighty Padrille, the bolter, goes to the front as they come down the straight on the first occasion. Arena wide working across to be second. Tie the Knot quickly on the rail from Streak. 2 lengths Shoella. She's caught wide. Cloth of Gold the centre. Rebel on the fence and 5 or 6 lengths to Edward Bray. Turning out of the straight, 2,000 metres to go, and Mighty Padrille for Boss led by 2 lengths on Arena. Tie the Knot the back of the speed third, and Shoella, no luck for Oliver, starting to slide up. He'll have to go forward and be outside the speed shortly or lead. One away is Streak. Rebel on the fence from Cloth of Gold and 3 lengths to Edward Bray. With about 1,650 to go, Mighty Padrille steadies the ship. Leads over a length on Shoella. She's now a clear second. Tie the Knot getting a beautiful run, and the big horse Arena was next on his outside. Rebel on the inside of Streak. They race together from the 3-year-old Cloth of Gold and 2 lengths to Edward Bray. Steering them down the back at the 1,450, Mighty Padrille the bolter. Led by 1.5 lengths on the New Zealand mare Shoella, and Tie the Knot is coasting on the fence third. 3/4 Arena going just as well the outside, and 2 lengths to Rebel inside of Streak. 2 lengths to Cloth of Gold, and Edward Bray, the Canterbury Cup winner, last of all. 1,200 metres out the halfway point of the Mercedes Classic, and Mighty Padrille calls the shots. Bossy had a sustained peep around his shoulder, and he could see that Shoella was a length and a half astern. Tie the Knot up against the paint, hasn't spent a penny in the run, and Arena keeps him company the outside. 2 lengths to Rebel, the Kiwi, inside of the Victorian Streak. About 3 lengths to Cloth of Gold as the tempo is increased, and 3 lengths to Edward Bray. Coming up to the 800 metres mark, and Mighty Padrille running the race of his life, led by a length and a half on Shoella. Tie the Knot the inside. Then came Arena a neck away. It'll be a race of tactics between Dye and Cassidy. Here's Marshall on Cloth of Gold, sending the 3-year-old Cloth of Gold forward. Rebel on the fence from Streak, and 2 lengths Edward Bray as they near the bend. 500 metres out in the Mercedes Classic. Mighty Padril in front of Showilla. Arena 3 out. Tie the Knots bursting for a run, and Cloth of Gold chiming in. In the straight proper at the 300, and the mare had raced to the front. Showilla leads the way from Arena. Tie the Knots trying to get up on the fence from Mighty Padril. Arena's levelled up for Showilla. Tie the Knots starting to come the rail. Arena in front. Tie the Knots getting up on the inside, and Showilla stride for stride. The champion. Tie the Knot bursting up on the fence. Die does it again. Tie the Knot wins his second Mercedes Classic from either Arena or Showilla, and what a finish it was. 5 lengths away to Edward Bray and Mighty Padril. They were followed by Streak, Rebel Wellback and Cloth of Gold.
Wow, what a performance. Great to see the champ win. He's paid 5 to 4 on the tote. But golly, how lucky was he that Mighty Padril hung out halfway down the straight and he got that rails run, or he was history. Number 1, Tie the Knot, $1.80, $1.10. Very close for second and third between Arena and Showilla. We'll leave that one to the judge. Very tricky angle there. Heads up, heads down. Shane Dye, great ride. He was in all sorts of bother on the turn, but when he got through, his superior staying ability at Wait for Age got him home. Here he is on the rails in the white cap. Damien Oliver would have loved to shut the gate on Showilla, but she couldn't sprint quite quickly enough when he went past Mighty Padril, and that's Arena in the cerise colours out wide. Clear win to Tie the Knot. The other 2 horses, one's in front for one stride and one for the other. Here's Andrew Voss.
Yes, I'm with Guy Walter. Well, what a horse.
He's a magnificent horse. None better. He's a champion, and he's proved it yet again today.
How did your heart stand up along that straight there all the time, coming on the inside?
Yeah, took a few years off my life, I think.
When's he going to win? Just group? You can't mention the expression Group 1 without mentioning Tie the Knot these days.
No, he's just a wonderful horse. He's a real champion.
As good as any preparation?
Better, I think.
All right, Guy, I'll let you go downstairs. Well done.
Thank you.
Wow, and you certainly can't begrudge him calling him a champ, because he is. Now, here he is getting along the rails. Mighty Padril getting tired, hung out. Oliver would have loved to have crossed here, but he wasn't quite far enough in front of Tie the Knot, who had his head in the gap. And look at Arena wider out. That's a great overhead shot from our Goodyear blimp. And look how close they are together here. But now, the champ asserts his superiority, puts his neck in front, and he takes out the chocolates. Very, very close for second and third. Here's a head up, head down from the inside. It is Tie the Knot on the rails, Showilla in the second, Arena third, and truly that's what Wait for Age racing is all about, to see 2 champs like that perform at their best. We're still waiting for second and third. They're up now. Arena got the nod. 5 Arena second, 7 Showilla third, $1.80, $1.10, $1.40 for Arena, and $1.70 for Showilla. Shane Dye deserves a huge pat on the back. A desperado, brilliant performance.
Yeah, very much so, Kenny. And well, Shane, you've got to be ecstatic. Back-to-back Mercedes-Benz, 10 Group 1s for this horse now.
Yeah, he's a fantastic horse. His record in Sydney is just unbelievable. I think, you know, like his last 14 or 15 runs here, past a mile, he's only ever been beat twice. So he's just an outstanding stayer in Sydney.
What about the room at the top of the straight? There wasn't too much room, but you get his head in there and he makes his own luck from there.
Yeah, I had no room, and I was going to come out, and I come out, and I was going to have nowhere to go, so I just had to put my head on the fence and hope, and I got it in there, and he did the rest, and it's just too good.
Superstar effort, Shane. All the best, and assertive lad.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Simon. Pretty good horse, Simon O'Donnell.
Oh, he certainly is. And I think one of the other highlights of that race, Larry Cassidy, Damien Oliver, Shane Dye, 3 of them, 3 very good horses underneath them going to the line in the $1 million race. It was just magnificent to see how those tactics worked out during the race. And in the end, RS Dye probably had a little bit more horsepower underneath him than the other 2, but 3 great riders.
And the 3 of them went the line, and you might not always see this, but I reckon all 3 rode their horses a treat.
Oh, yeah. You couldn't argue that none of the connections, trainers, I'm sure, could argue with the opportunity they were given to win that race. They were the 3 class horses in it. Tie the Knot had a little bit more than the others. He's a seasoned Wait for Age campaigner. He's a superstar. He's an absolute champion.
You knew when he got alongside them with about 100, 120 metres to go, he was going to go home the best of the 3 there.
Yeah, you'd love to know what goes through a horse's head at that stage. You know, I'm sure Arena and Showilla, particularly Arena, thought, not this mug again. He's poking his head up to do me again, because he put his best foot forward last start, and in the rider he couldn't quite get home again today. But he's definitely an improved animal that can run so well at Wait for Age.
We should enjoy this horse. You don't see many better horses than this. A magnificent chestnut gelding by Nassapur. bred out here in Australia by the Tates from their 1,000 guineas winner. I'm trying to think of the name of his mother now. It'll come to me. Whist by Whiskey Road.
That's right.
And he's a lovely horse. 5-year-old gelding and 10 Group 1s. We should enjoy him. They don't get much better.
Yeah, you should enjoy it too, because that horse is an absolute superstar. You'll struggle to see any better. And there'll be another superstar crowned not too far away in the Golden Slipper of 2000. Time for a break.
Still to come on Amy Golden Slipper Day, a special look at Gay Waterhouse and the mighty colt who looks fit for a slipper at Rosehill Gardens. Today on Wide World of Sports.
Start your Monday night with friends.
You still love me?
Yeah, so you love me.
At 8:30 on Spin City, more boy trouble.
Hey, Ma, open up.
Mike's mum's made out with his boss.
Hey, is that breakfast?
Then if you want boys, we've got 'em at 9:30, Cleo's Bachelor of the Year. Monday night, we're nothing but fun. Win Television.
Mum, can I get the new Grave Smasher CD?
We'll see.
Well, I like this.
I'm putting honey in it.
Beauty.
Ow.
With Continental Easy Meals, you can turn a few everyday ingredients into fabulous Asian fare, like honey soy chicken.
It's yummy, Mum.
You and Continental. Just brilliant.
When you're feeling like a little lift, there's a taste you can't resist. Just let your Lipton permeate, and in no time you feel great. Once that great taste hits your lips, you'll feel it spread down to your hips. Your body will adore that fresh flavor, which only comes from a cup of Lipton.
That Lipton feeling, that great Lipton taste.
Experience the spectacular Sydney Aquarium Darling Harbour like never before. Over 2 years in the making, Australia's Great Barrier Reef has been faithfully recreated, featuring a giant oceanarium that will leave you stunned as you become part of this fascinating world beneath the sea. The new Sydney Aquarium, a truly amazing experience to enjoy again and again.
Luscious, creamy, sumptuous.
Want to whip up your lips?
Moisture Whip from Maybelline. Moisten them up, dress them up, from pale to empowered. Moisture Whip with up to 75% moisturizers and conditioners, vitamins and aloe for smooth, supple lips in more shades than you have places to wear them.
Whip up your lips.
Moisture Whip from Maybelline.
Maybe she's born with it.
Maybelline.
Australia's ex-prisoners of war, our brave men and women who served their countries so proudly, will be honoured with an outstanding memorial to be erected in Ballarat's Botanical Gardens, the only memorial in Australia identifying all of our 35,000 POWs. A $2 million national appeal has been launched, and you're invited to forward your appeal donation to the RSL, 2 Lion Street South, Ballarat, or any branch of the National Australia Bank. Australia's POWs. They gave their tomorrow for our today.
3 top horses.
Larry Cassidy in the pink, Damien Oliver in the green, Shane Dye in the red with the white cap. A wonderful finish to a great race. The Mercedes Classic, $1 million was up for grabs. And you had 3 of the best on top of them. And Tie the Knot, he was the best horse on the day, probably the best jockey on the day as well. Showella and Arena, they were just chasing his hind quarter in the end. And an extremely happy Shane Dye, so he should be. Tie the Knot, 10 Group 1 wins so far. There's still more to come, I'm sure. He paid $1.80 and $1.10. Arena, $1.40. And Showella, $1.70 for third. Well, the Golden Slipper just around the corner. Can he take us through the touch?
Yeah, Road to Success at $14. Assertive Flat at $3.70. He's come in a little. It's $18 for Great Crusader, $16 for Kutamudu, $38 to France, $19 King of Danes. Lord Dane was the scratching. Phoenix Park at $10. Over the page we go to Continuum at $71, Veteran at $59, Preserve at $24, Builder's Yacht $10, getting out of Tad. French Braids, well in commission, very well in commission, $5.80. Operetta's $64, $8.80 for Crown Glory, $72 for Miss Thunderstood, and number 17 Fate Gallant at $14.
Now the simulator, Ken, the Golden Slipper coming up, 1,200 metres.
Yeah, we're going to start from an outside barrier with the simulator this time and see how they cross over at the start of this mad scramble from 1,200 metres of the Golden Slipper. Now, they've just jumped. We're coming from barrier 15, second from the outside, and you notice us working across towards the rail. I reckon after about 100 metres, which is going to come up in a tick, we should be about 5 horses. And what's the gradient? We've started, see the snake on top? It slopes down towards the inside. See how wide, higher up we were earlier? And he's come down about a metre after we've gone 400 metres. So at this point, they're just making that big hairpin bend preparatory to coming into the home straight. It's bad luck if you're caught wide here. There's not much you can do about it. And at this stage, if we're from 15 alley, we're probably round about 3 wide if we're lucky. Okay, we're in the home straight. Now, we just stay where we are, go for broke, and hope to God we beat the others. The Rosehill 1,200 metres, the track for the $2.5 million Golden Slipper, the world's richest 2-year-old race.
Yes, it's going to be an absolutely magnificent race. I don't think the simulator's got quite the same feeling as we're getting at the moment, but for that Mercedes Classic and now leading into the Golden Slipper, things have changed. The attitude has changed down here. There's a real buzz about, isn't there, Ken?
Yeah, you're not suggesting I'm a robot like the simulator or anything, are you?
Well, possibly. Yeah, we may be superseded by the simulator shortly. I know someone who'll never be superseded by the simulator. That's Kenny Sutcliffe.
Good on you, Simon. You're a great team player and well ridden there too, Kenny Callender. The great TJ Smith won the Slipper a record 6 times during his fabulous training career. Today, his daughter Gay Waterhouse is arguably her best chance to win the race for the very first time. Tim Sheridan filed this report on the lady from Tulloch Lodge.
Gay Waterhouse probably speaks for every trainer when she talks about what's at stake here at Rosehill Gardens this afternoon.
Oh, it would just be a dream come true. I would adore to win the Slipper. It's the most sexy, glamorous, just fabulous race. It's all about youth, it's all about speed, it's all about excitement. The Slipper's just everything.
Gay has had Slipper starters, but is yet to fulfil a family tradition of victory. That she's saddling up the favourite is in itself proof of a new phase in her career.
If there's been a change, another change, insofar as she's buying a more precocious sort of horse. When she first started off training, she chose great types, but horses that were less mature and, of course, cheaper. But as she's succeeding as a trainer, she has the confidence of buyers, and she's able to buy a more precocious sort of horse. And the precocious horses, of course, are the 2-year-olds.
They're set. Gates open, off and racing. Assertive Lad near the inside was one of the first to go and mark.
He's the most wonderful horse because when he jumped in the Magic Millions, he jumped a length and a half clear of the field. And Di said, I just put him to sleep with him for the next 2 furlongs. He said, so when they had done all the work between the barriers and the, you know, sort of the 1,000-metre mark.
The pace is on down the side. Assertive Lad is the leader.
And then, of course, he dictated the pace and toyed with them, really.
Assertive Lad is the leader. Belle de Jour trying hard to get to it, but it's Assertive Lad in front, close to home, and Assertive Lad wins the millions from Belle de Jour.
Under the auctioneer's hammer with no great fanfare, Assertive Lad belied slow bidding at the Magic Millions sales by winning the namesake race. Victory number 1 to Gay's adjustment of method.
But what often is to find the horse that not everyone, the geniuses, don't pick up. The jugulars, the Assertive Lass, even Assertive Lad. Assertive Lad cost $110,000, not $1 million, $110,000.
Assertive Lad 2 lengths away, but Kutamudu's out full of running.
As I said to the lady who owns Assertive Lad, I said he's poetry in motion.
In front, Di throwing everything at Assertive Lad. He's grinding home. Kutamudu in front. Assertive Lad's a length away and he can't pick him up now. He's lunging Assertive Lad. No, he didn't make it. Kutamudu fell across the line.
In 4 starts, Assertive Lad has lost once, 3 weeks ago at Canterbury. Gay is, of course, somewhat of an assertive lass herself, and if her upbringing was opposite to the hard-scrabble childhood of her father, the desire for success is the same. Yet Gay is realistic about climbing Tommy's Mountain.
Bounding away and Pre-Catalan with Imperial Baron battling on strongly, but it's bounding away and Pre-Catalan coming to the line, locked together, bounding away, goes home a little bit the better, and bounding away won the slipper.
When he was born, they broke the mould and just threw it away. There'll never be another T.J. Smith. He had an intuitive understanding of horses, and most importantly, he understood about 2-year-olds.
He might make a fair horse.
I think he might make a good middle distance horse.
At the elbow of Tommy, Gay learnt a lot. The persistence to fight for her trainer's licence, the ability to cope with husband Robbie Waterhouse's banning from Australian racetracks. But nothing could prepare her for this.
Unfortunately, Tommy Smith has passed away peacefully a few moments ago.
You only have to look around the room and, you know, Dad's photograph and presence is everywhere. And all my life as a trainer or in the stables have been with Dad. So, you know, losing him was like losing both arms and both legs. I mean, I felt I just had my torso to sort of bob around there.
Tommy's passing all but coincided with Robbie's reinstatement. His return to racetracks meant the couple could at least attempt to share a day at the races.
He's a great supporter of me in the stable and very always thinking about, you know, should look at that horse, you know, it might be blah, blah, blah. You know, it's just nice. It's nice that he cares so much about my success.
At the track, we go our own separate ways. I'm more interested in having a bet, and she's more interested in looking after her horses. But it's great that I'm able to be back there, and she enjoys it very much, and we quite often have a cup of tea together.
And has given assertive lad barrier 9. Barrier 9. Thanks, Yvonne.
Robbie quietly attended Tuesday's barrier draw, the last and perhaps most crucial step in a slipper campaign.
So I call it slippermania. I mean, you know, it's like giving birth. I mean, you've got the owners ringing every 5 minutes, and you've got the press ringing every 2 minutes, and you're there, you're watching there every moment because it's so close to the slipper and you don't want anything to go wrong.
Gay watched her father win 6 golden slippers, and according to him, she was listening as well.
Gay's a pretty sharp person. You haven't got to tell a thing twice.
But it's only now that he's gone that Gay can hear Tommy. This is why if she doesn't win today, victory will come sooner rather than later.
What my dear Dad used to say, you've got to keep it short and sharp. And I didn't train many 2-year-olds, they all meant to turn 2-year-old winners up until the last 18 months or last year. But I could see that only when Dad passed away did I sort of realise or dawn on me, I must have been a slow thinker, that what he was saying was right. And instead of, you know, saving them and cuddling them, which I did, which is no good. You know, they're like young kids. They want to hit the ground and run. And that's what it's all about. 2-year-old racing is all about speed and stamina. And if you can get those 2 things with your horse, they're very hard to beat.
Tim Sheridan reporting there. Assertive Lad in barrier 9 and Phoenix Park from barrier 6. Will either of those 2 colts land Gay her first slipper? You'll find out shortly, right here on Wide World of Sports.
Has become history here.